In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the use and adjustment of the model RP perforating machine. This model is designed for perforating holes along the edges or for perforating patterns along all kinds of leather goods, such as articles as heavy as belts, down to shoe uppers, even things like bags and wallets or anything else you want to add decorative punchings to. The punchings can be simple round holes for lacing. It can also be used for putting decorative edges, brogues, pinks, gimps along the edge of an article, or even doing simple patterns around the surface of a piece for inlays and the such. The machine is adjustable in the distance between each of the punchings with the knob on the front of the machine. You can also change out the tubes for individual patterns and designs, or actually replace a whole punch collet or group of punches within a 3/8 circle. Okay, this model is set up with a standard clutch motor stand. It operates very similar like a sewing machine. Your hand wheel is here, you have a foot pedal down below. When the machine is on, you can fade the clutch in and make one perforation at a time with slight pressure on the hand wheel. And the more pressure you apply, the faster it will go. On some models we will equip this with a variable speed servo motor. The standard model comes with a clutch motor. The adjustment for the distance between each hole is made here. You loosen this knob and slide it down. The measurement here on the side is representative of the distance in millimeters. So for instance, I will set this to 6 millimeters and lock it in place. This adjustment is for the depth of the punchings. So if you swing this arm up and down, you may be able to see the punch raise and lower. I'm going to start high so that I don't damage my cutting pad, and I'll decrease that as needed until I can cut cleanly through the leather. Your foot lift is found here. Lifts just like a sewing machine. Feed dog down below. Some models we can equip with a knee lift as well. This is a finger guard to keep your fingers out of the way of the operation of the machine. This is your punch pad. There's a screw here on the center. As you perforate along that pad, you will eventually generate a hole or wear point, so you can loosen that center screw, rotate the pad, lock it back down, and continue to use the full surface of the pad. When that pad is worn out, you can take the pad off and replace it for another. These are available in both nylon and brass. The punches come in a variety of styles, shapes, and sizes. So if you look at, for instance, these samples, we have a round tube here, a much larger round tube, and here we have an elliptical, like a buck stitch style. You also have a round hole, smaller size, and then you have a pinked triangular shaped edge there. With the machine, you also receive a toolkit, basic instructions. You have this holder as well, and this is designed, you can replace your punch holder here for a collet style, which means a collet is a group of punches in formation, like what you see on shoe uppers, where you have the zigzag, the pinks, and the brogues, small holes in formation. And in a collet, you can put any kind of formation up to a 3/8 inch diameter circle, or about 10 millimeter diameter circle, in which you can put that formation of punches. The collet punches are more expensive. They're custom made to order. These punches are fairly inexpensive. You can get them individually and just use them one at a time. The machine will adapt to all kinds of leather, so you can use something as very thin as this up to heavier leathers. Here we have some belt leathers of different kinds. So I'm going to go ahead and just use the round punch for now and illustrate how the machine operates. We'll start with just a straight strap. You can also get an optional edge guide, which I did not mention. We have edge guides that fit here with rollers or flats. We also have double-sided guides available. Okay, now I did not punch all the way through, so I'm going to loosen my lock. And adjust it a little bit higher. Let's see what that does. Now I'm punching through. Okay, so on this part here, I can probably adjust it a little bit deeper, but it's just barely starting to make contact at this point. So I'm going to raise this a little bit more, lock it, and I'm ready to go. I can see it's perforating all the way through. Here I'm going to demonstrate a very thin piece. And again, I'm just fading the pedal, doing slight pressure on the clutch. You can hear it moving, helping a little bit with my hand. So you can see the perforations there, and I can go with, say, a longer perforation, increase it to 10, and see what that does. It's a much harder material. Perforates just fine. And I'll try a heavier, harder strap. I'm going to bring it down to 4. Let's see what that does. That perforation was very close, right on top of each other. You see the distance right there. The thicker leathers, sometimes they stick in there, but they can clearly be picked right back out. And again, if you're dealing with a leather that's hard to perforate through, increase your depth or replace your pad. And if you adjust this very finely, you can use the brass pads, which will give you a cleaner cut. To replace the punchings, you are going to take off this guard here, turn the machine off, and you loosen these screws. To remove the finger guard. There is a large screw here to replace the complete punch holder. If you want to replace the style of the holder. If you just want to replace the punch, you can loosen this screw here with a punch in the upper position, and it will slide right out. That's your typical perforation punch. And then you can exchange it for a different size. That just slides up into place. Now, if you have a shaped punch, like so, you can adjust the angle, position when you put it in. You can load that punch into place, put your ejection port where you want it, or the angle of the punch how you like it. Hold it up and use a screwdriver to lock it into place. You can also pivot by loosening this screw. The punch holder is on an eccentric, so it allows you to pivot the position in relation to the foot, how close you are, or where you're going to be punching on the pad, and then you can lock that back in position. So that covers your basic operation of the Model RP perforating machine.